Hey everyone, I'm back to do another playthrough. If you've noticed a trend, I recorded all these playthroughs at once, so I don't just wear the same clothes all the time. I'm not a weirdo. But anyway, I'm playing... maybe I am. I'm playing Mortal Kombat 4, but it's the PC version. It's the only way I could get it on the arcade without using the Dreamcast, which I kind of would have preferred the Dreamcast version, but I had so much trouble trying to set that thing up, I'm just going to keep this for now. I'm going to probably add the Dreamcast eventually, though. So here we go. This is not a perfect version. I'd say graphically it's a little bit better. That's a little better than the Nintendo 64 version, but I had to do a lot of tricks to get this thing running, and I'm going to turn the sound up so you can hear how weird the sound is on this. The PC version does not run properly on Windows 7, apparently.
Yotcom Developments Limited Entertainment Software Games. Electronic fun for everyone.
That's honestly the best it's sounded in a long time, but this always sounds bad.
The cruddy pound of a mallet. The shattering blow of the club.
Well, never mind.
The slashing edge of the blade.
It's not perfect, but it sounds a lot better than it has. Sometimes I don't hear any of the voices.
They call to you.
Alright. So this game's very loud. I don't have any way to change it software-wise. So I actually just have to keep physically going up here and turning it down to the right spot. As you can see, it's very similar to the Nintendo 64 menu. You just don't have options. You have to press a button on the keyboard to get the options. I'm actually going to let it sit for a second so you can see Raiden's opening video, which is the same one they used in, I think, Mortal Kombat Gold and the PlayStation version. But it runs messed up on here. See, Raiden's supposed to be talking here, but you can't even hear his voice.
Thousands of years ago, in a battle,
Okay.
the elder god known as Shinashi.
So yeah, that's what I deal with on this version of the game. Oh my god. Okay. So otherwise the game runs pretty well. It's smooth, there's not really any glitches or anything. Okay. Sounds pretty good. I guess just for the video's sake, I'll go way up here and choose whatever. I'm sure I'll get hassled at some point by a character. I've always enjoyed this game. Nobody really likes this game that much. I mean, there's a few die-hard guys, of course, that like it, but for the most part, nobody enjoyed this one. I really liked it a lot. I remember when they had the tour going around where they were actually showing off the arcade at local arcades near you, which thankfully there was one near me. And it was this very weird giant cabinet that had another screen above it. I love this fatality. I'll shut up for a second. That's a good fatality. So anyway, this cabinet had another screen above it. You can even see it that well. Okay. So it had another screen above it to show everyone who was playing, or everyone who was waiting, people playing, and see what the game looked like, I guess, since there was usually pretty long lines, and I'm sure some people waited and didn't get to play it, but I thought that was pretty cool. And the first versions of that didn't even have fatalities or anything like that. Oh wow, I got beat. Okay, so there's probably some confusion. I'm playing on the one-player side, but as you can see, I'm actually on the two-player side. I've got to pay attention here and quit talking. I'm on the two-player side. The reason for that is when setting up my arcade, I didn't follow a good tip, which was plug in the USBs one at a time so there's no confusion, and the hard drive or the motherboard basically got them flipped. I could fix it. This is the only game where it's really a problem, so I've just left it alone. So whatever, I don't really care that much personally. If I was fighting people on this a lot, then it might become a bit of a problem, but there's almost never anybody playing my arcade, so, except for me, of course. A lot of my friends don't care about this stuff, really, especially in the mountain bike community. It's funny, as soon as you get into mountain biking, I always say you leave everything else behind. The classic. And I was pleased to see that the fire doesn't bog down the processor, the video processor, too badly. On the 64 version, I think he runs in like slow motion because it's so much effort for the little 64 graphics processor to show that. I love these rocks. I'm just knock off a bunch of life, and he didn't even block it. Cool. So if you hate Mortal Kombat 4, let me know why. I'm really interested to hear the reason for all the hate behind this. Why not do the Scorpion again? It's my buddy Johnny Cage. So this level looks a lot better on arcades. I think there's a lot of stuff in the background, usually in the lightning there's a face and all that, but for some reason there's this giant mountain here like blocking everything on this version. I always loved incorporating that kick and then the air throw. It was always a nice extra touch. I'm going to save a lot of time and just kill him quickly. I found the combo system to this game being so kind of easy, and maybe that's one thing people don't like, but I thought it was really great because you can just kind of play as anybody and know a little bit of what to do, and the special moves are all pretty easy to guess or pull off once you do figure them out. And I forgot about this, one cool thing about having the PC version is you hit pause and you've got the moves list for each character. Even when you're fighting the computer, it shows you the computer guy's moves, but that's been very helpful. I almost wish I could add that in somehow to my other games. I'm kind of hoping I get killed here so I can play with another character a little bit. Actually, I'm just gonna do this. There's some really cool fatalities on this one. Take a little break. The blood is... Oh, it's raining blood. I guess I did a code and I didn't even know it. I don't know if you can tell on the screen, but that is just red rain. Trying to get through this quickly.
Flawless victory. Round 2. Fight.
Sorry, I'm trying to do this to where I can pull off the fatality real quick. I love this fatality. It's been in other games, but it's funny in this one. He just swings them all around.
Fatality.
So I guess I'll play as Liu Kang. Also, easily the best game over continue screen right here. At least for my money. I've never seen another one better than that, but I kind of stopped playing arcades past this point. That was about the time I started figuring out, oh yeah, I like girls and I'm going to chase those around for a while instead of playing stupid arcade games. It wasn't really a place the ladies hung out. Oh, got me.
Wins. Round 2. Fight.
I'm actually going to try to do his other fatality here. What is it though? Forward, down, down, up, high punch. We'll see. One problem though, it doesn't tell you how close or how far you need to be from him in that list, which is really weird. There we go.
Fatality. Round 1. Fight.
It's kind of nice having Goro added to the console and home versions, but he just gets tiring to play. I mean, it takes so long to kill the guy. If you get caught in the corner with him, you're going to be screwed. He's going to definitely just kind of spam you. Oh god, I hate Jax. Take that.
Round 2. Fight.
Why not? It's too fun.
Fatality.
So by the time this comes out, they will have probably already announced the Mortal Kombat cabinet. I'm really doubtful that Mortal Kombat 4 will be on there, but I kind of hope it is, and I hope it's a decent version, but it's just not likely. I really like this game though. But I think, like I said in my other video, if it's not on there, I can always mod the cabinet, and I can always make an entire video showing that whole process rather than the quick video I made initially, thinking nobody was actually going to watch this thing. Oh, come on. Anya, what a pain. Oh, here comes Goro. So Goro's one of those guys you just have to stay all over until you get him in the corner, and do not get cornered because he will almost guarantee take away all your life. Oh, that was nice. Uh-oh. Looks like I might be changing characters again. So one issue with this PC version is it ran on, I think it was like Windows, I don't know, Windows 98 was probably the best version of it. Wow, I'm not doing well. So yeah, that was probably the best version, so you also had to have the disc in, because in the old days, I guess it would just run the music off the actual disc while you were playing. So to get around that, somebody has figured out a way to basically just point the, oh, what am I trying to say? You point the game to the new files, which are copied somewhere on the hard drive. If anyone's really interested how to get this working, I might do a video on that. Just let me know if it's something you want to see.
Scorpion. Round 1. Fight.
is something I found on YouTube already, so you may be able to just find it without having to ask me, but it took me a while to actually locate how to get the audio working. If not, all you hear is the fight sounds. Oh, jeez. So anyway, all you hear is the fight sounds. You don't actually hear the music playing, and that's kind of a bummer, because some decent music in this game. So I'm wondering if I have some trouble here. Let's try this trick. You just run up to him and uppercut him non-stop. Okay. Time that just right. Oh. Whoa. That's one thing I pretty much never use in this game is the 3D option where you double tap the run button, or yeah, I think it's run. Anyway, you double tap that button and then you will change. Let's see. Oh, I need to stop messing around. God, come on, that close. All over again. It takes forever to fight him. He has too much of a health bar. No, come on. Whoa. I always find him to be pretty easy. He doesn't ever really change characters, if I remember correctly. He just doesn't have any special moves, then he just throws a bunch of stuff at you. Shut up. Okay. So one of the sad parts is the endings. Since they're those videos, they don't play hardly. They play pretty terribly, like you saw in the beginning. So it's kind of a rip-off. But I'll turn the audio up so you can hear what you can.
By defeating you, Sub-Zero, I have avenged the death of my family and clan. Now my soul can finally rest.
Hey, your soul will never rest, Scorpion. The Lin Kuan may have been responsible for your murder, but your family's true killer still remains free.
If you are not the murderer, then who is this?
I am the one you seek. To defeat my nemesis Sub-Zero, I needed the power of the Tau Vector. You've done my bidding well, Scorpion. But now I must return you to the Nether Realm. Never!
The original endings were so cheesy, how they just kind of did the same body movement over and over, and I can't believe they didn't just change that when they made these like into digital videos. But anyway, that's Mortal Kombat 4. If anyone knows how to fix that problem, please leave me a comment. I would love to be able to fix that. But as far as I know, I've seen other people play the game, and it just doesn't seem like there's a fix for it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already.